I completely forgot to unmute. Zidane Danny, Electroninja here, and welcome back. We are doing another Zowo's journey, and yeah, we're going to be continuing our adventure. Um, yeah, it's going to be a pretty chill stream. We don't have, I don't have as much time today as usual, so unfortunately today's stream will be shorter. We might do another stream later in the day, maybe continuing some stuff with her adventure, with her journey. But today we are going to be focusing primarily on Kurenai, getting Kurenai unlocked as a custom delivery, and then after that we might do some of this stuff. It all kind of depends on what happens. But yeah, let's go. The hour of truth is upon us, yet I am just unsure of where to begin. The Ruby Princess so quietly slumbers on. Perhaps this will be easier to explain if you could look upon her as I speak. Please follow me. Let me make sure. Yeah, that's 64. So we do want to make sure when we do the MSQ, we want to make sure that at least Monk is at 64. Samurai is already at 65, so it's not too challenging. But yeah. Shiosai will be bringing her out shortly. He should be but a few moments longer. Oh, Hisui. Why? Why do you refuse to open your eyes? Zowo, there's something you must know. I'm not the Ruby Princess's younger sister. In fact, she has no sister. I am the Ruby Princess, ruler of Sui no Sato. Yep. The slumbering girl before you goes by the name Hisui, and is my dearest friend. We have known one another since childhood. Your Grace, I am entirely to blame. Had I been more prepared, more aware, Lady Hisui would not be in this sorry state. You see, a few days ago, we received visitors from the outside. They had come to perform a court ritual to protect the Ruby Princess from any potential dangers. We decided to conceal her true identity. I had her lady-in-waiting, Hisui, take her place, as she and her highness bear a great resemblance to each other, something owing to the fact that they are distant blood relatives. I was confident no one would notice the switch. I was right. That is why, when proceedings commenced, it was Lady Hisui who became possessed by the terrible fiend they summoned, and now, well, you can see for yourself what has become of her. To mitigate such disaster, severe restrictions on who can enter and exit Hisui of the Violet Tides have always been in place. In fact, even the Ruby Princess is forbidden by law to leave its gates. When wraith after wraith began appearing, however, I was left with little choice. I whisked Her Highness away to the village and had her pretend to be the Ruby Princess's sister, Kurenai. Kurenai, that was the name I had before my mother passed away and assumed the title of Ruby Princess. It was also the name Hisui would call me by growing up. For as far back as I can remember, she was there for me, from the best of times to the worst of times. All the laughter and tears we shared, Hisui is is this truly where it ends? Forgive me, Your Grace. This is my fault. If only there was a way I could go back and prevent all this. Shiosai, there is nothing to forgive. None of us could have predicted this would happen. You are no more to blame for what has happened than I am. Zowo, now you know everything. I hope you do not think any less of me for my life. For my lie. Now that everything here has been settled, I shall be departing from Suinosato. The cure to Hisui's condition can only be found above. I know this because, as Ruby Princess, it was my duty to study all the available writings at the palace. Very well, Your Grace. Where would you have us go? No, Shiosai. I shall be embarking upon this quest on my own. You will be staying here. The people need you to protect them in my absence. Her Grace has made her clear she would have me remain behind. Mistress Zowo, might you accompany her in my stead? Sure. While Lady Hisui's body remains, her soul has long departed. I fear that no amount of rest or magics can cure her. I can only hope that in traveling with you, it will make it easier for her Grace to come to terms with this tragic fate of her friend, until such time as she must face the truth. However, I ask, nay, beg, that you keep her safe. Oh, by the way, if you do see me riding on a mount or having a minion out that I didn't have before, I had a random guy come up to me and be like, "Here, have all these things." So, yeah. You are offering to accompany me on my travels? That is incredibly generous of you. Thank you. I shall give you some time to prepare before leaving Suinosato. Please come find me as soon as you are ready to go. You are ready to depart? Excellent. Let us make for Onokoro. I believe we will be served by beginning our search there. You see, while we have next to no contact with the outside world, we do receive the occasional visit from the Kojin of the Blue. During one such visit, I was given a tome filled with fairy tales. It was old, worn, and from what I am given to understand, written in Kugane. In it was a story about a fisherman who sailed the Ruby Sea while traveling. He came across a princess who had fallen into a years-long slumber. She was eventually awakened upon taking an elixir of some sort. What intrigues me, however, is the fact that many of the places this fisherman visited exist in the real world. It makes me wonder if perhaps this story is rooted in reality. The tale begins in Onokoro. I trust you will escort me there. Thank you. Now let us depart without further ado. This one, however, I did get, which I'm happy about. Hopefully I can get the other two horses soon. So this is Onokoro. It's a lovely place. The people here are incredibly warm. Take this gentleman, for example. As soon as I set foot on his land, he offered me to take me on a tour. What are you looking at? Get lost. Get lost? Why don't you get lost? Wait a minute, I know you. My comrades talked about you all the time. My apologies, madam. I was only just joking with you, of course. One could never have enough rich or powerful friends. That is why I approached your young charge. I figured if I helped her now, she'd someday return the favor, should I ever need it. So what brings you to our land? You are looking to learn more about a fairy tale. I know nothing of fairy tales, but mayhap I can direct you to someone who does. There is a fisherman who visits us once a year to hunt for treasure. Some of the men here say he is as old as the sea themselves. I reckon he, if anyone, would be able to tell you your story. Luckily for you, he just arrived the other day. You should be able to find him at the Quickscape Pier.
Thank you for your assistance, sir. We'll go speak to him right now.
Not to worry, little lady. Just be sure to remember my name and pay me back when the time comes. Run away. Yeah, don't mess with my with her.
Zowo, did the kind gentleman ever give us his name?
No.
Without a name, I am afraid I will be unable to send him payment for his help. 'Tis terribly unfortunate, but there's little that can be done. Now let us promptly make for a quick escape here. We do not want to miss the fisherman.
Yeah, don't trust pirates. The pirates are not, like, as much as, like, some of these guys are decent people, most of them are not. They chose that specific name for a reason. Just saying. Hello there. Is there something you need? Ignore me. The Tale of the Fisherman in the Ruby Sea. Ah, yes, indeed. It has been a long time since I've heard that one. I believe it was my great-grandfather who told me, or perhaps my great-great-grandfather, or perhaps my... That's all good and well, sir, but if you could please just tell this story. Ah, yes, my apologies. Let us see if I can remember how it went. Oh, I very much hope you have not forgotten it. We might never know the whole tale if you have. The tome I received as a child is so tattered, I could only read bits and pieces of the story. I recall now, once upon a time, there was a fisherman on the island of Onkoron, who saved a Kojin of the Blue from the maws of terrible beasts. As thanks, the Kojin offered him a vial of liquid. When taken, it would allow the fisherman to plunge into the far depths of the ocean without drowning. It was there that their journey together began. They visited temples, palaces, and villages under the sea. They met all manner of men, women, and creatures, including a beautiful princess who had fallen into a deep, deep slumber. According to her people, she had been like that for years. Hearing this, the Kojin pulled out another vial containing an ancient Tamizu potion, which had been passed down to him from his great-grandfather, or perhaps to continue with the story, upon being given this mixture, the princess was instantly awakened. The moment their eyes met, she and the fisherman fell in love. They were immediately wed in a palace at the bottom of the sea, where they lived happily ever after. Thank you, sir, for taking the time to recount that regaling tale. It was truly enlightening. Zowo, from what we heard, I can only assume this story took place at Shisui of the Violet Tides. Perhaps we should return to Suino Sato and see if we can dig up any mention of the incident. Thanks again. Thank you very much, sir. You are a man of great wisdom. Yeah, looks like he might be on a... Well, I don't know. His hands are a little bit off, so I think he might not be necessarily a a new model. I don't know. Most of the older people models are not updated yet, so we'll see what happens. Some of them have been because they are using like if they want to use one for a new character, they might redo the model. But oh, hello. If I can get up here, thank you. Oh, in the world. There we go.
Oh, look, it's the Sharky. Hello, Sharky. While I know little of what life is like on the surface, it seems to be a lovely place. The people are incredibly kind. Not really. I grew up listening to stories about of how pirates would slit your throat the first chance they got, but those on Onkuro seemed rather cordial. Though perhaps I have your presence in part to thank for that. Yes, you do. Shiosai shall be joining us shortly. Most stories in Sui no Sato are passed down orally. He should be able to tell us if any of our own stories match the tale of the fisherman recounted for us. A tale in which a Huron fisherman and a princess were brought together by a Kojin and wed in a palace under the sea. It seems almost as if the story is about Shisui of the Violet Tides, though the part about the Ruby Princess marrying a Hyur might be something of an embellishment. To the contrary, Your Grace, I believe that generations back, a Ruby Princess and a Hyur man were once joined in holy matrimony. The son they bore was said to have had almost no scales. Until now, I had considered it to be merely a tall tale spun by the elders for their grandchildren. Yet it is possible that the story is true. Then there is a chance that the remedy also exists? It is not impossible. Your Grace, I must apologize to you. If I were being completely honest, I thought all hope for Lady Hisui's recovery was lost. What you tell me, however, has revived my hope. You are a born leader, though through your actions you have reversed all our fates. That is incredibly kind of you to say, but without this wonderful lady beside me, we would never have come so far. Indeed, Mistress Kaduka, please accept my deepest thanks. So long as you are here, I can rest knowing that Her Grace and our village will remain safe. Now, Your Grace, I suppose you are about to announce your intention to travel to where the Kojin of the Blue reside, in search of this miracle cure. I wish you safe travels. One sec. I'm curious. Zowo, at long last I can see the light. Hisui might finally be saved. A part of your world. Okay. Does this, yes, Ruby Sea side quests. Does this have the specific thing? No. Okay. Let me see here. So there's 2 more here. But then I think that there's also like one in, let me see. Okay. So yeah, then there's 2 in, sorry. So then, yeah, there's 1 in Kugane, and then 1 in the Ruby Sea again, which I believe that Ruby Sea one is the one that unlocks the custom delivery. So, are you ready to go? Good, then let us immediately set out for Tamamizu. While Suinosato has, for the most part, isolated itself from the rest of the world, we have had some little contact with the Kojin of the Blue. This, however, will be my first time visiting their village. You have been there before? Excellent. Then you should be able to show me around. So, yeah, I think we'll also go ahead and unlock the Kojin Beast Tribe today. I think we'll have time for that. But yeah, while we're here, I think we'll do that. We'll probably go over here and grab that quest in a sec. I believe that's the quest. I might be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. Probably like once we, next time that we go up to the surface, we'll do that. Tamamizu. It is not so different to that of our own village. Now, where should we begin our search for the ancient Kojin remedy? We should find the Kojin and But of course, that's a brilliant idea. If I'm not mistaken, he goes by the name Inban. Let's go search him out. I mean, honestly, though, probably would be better to start with the chief, but because, let's be honest, the chief knows a lot. Where's this guy? There he is. It has been many years, so it has been difficult to be absolutely sure, but I think this is the Master Inban, the merchant I told you about. Inban? That is my name. Do we know each other from somewhere? Does the name Kurenai ring a bell? Kurenai, yes, I remember now. You're the little girl from the palace. People grow so fast, they do. You have changed so much, I scarcely recognize you. Master Inban, I am so glad to see you have not forgotten me. We have sought you out today to ask you something regarding the book of fairy tales you gave me long ago. Ah, I remember that one. What should you like to know? You are looking to find a cure for your sleeping friend. A most noble cause indeed. I am an avid collector of ancient tomes. In one of them is the exact remedy you speak of, an elixir that can wake those who have fallen into a deep slumber. Truly, then might you share the recipe? Share with me the recipe so I can recreate it? The recipe should be easy to find. The necessary ingredients, on the other hand, not so much. What do you mean? To make this potion requires the shell of a bloated Yumame, a giant Yumame that has had over 100 years to mature. Decades have passed since one of these was last spotted. Your only hope now would be to capture a Yumame larva and wait 100 years for it to grow potent enough to make your cure. No, that cannot be. We'll find your bloody Yumame. You are absolutely right. Just because none have been spotted in recent times does not mean none exist. If we search hard enough, we are certain to come across one. Perhaps it is as you say. If you were to look hard enough, you will find one. If you are serious about this, I would suggest you begin your search in exile. It was formerly considered a prime hunting ground for these creatures. Kelp was often used to lure them out of hiding. Then I shall go and gather some straight away. Good. Gather the most succulent stalks so that you can find and take them into the cave. If any bloated Yumame are present, they will immediately be drawn to you. Or perhaps you should have this woman here take them. You appear to be as strong as our gatekeeper. You do. No doubt you will be able to make quick work of whatever appears. So I shall meet you at Exile in a bit, kelp in hand.
Okay. I could be wrong, but I could be very wrong about this. That during the early parts of Stormblood, you really couldn't ride on a mount in this area underwater. I think it wasn't too long. I think it was like maybe like a patch later, give or take. It wasn't, but I think that I'm remembering correctly, and that's part of the reason why you had to use the one mount. It was not. I think it was like before I started playing though that they changed it. I could be wrong, but I don't remember. I made sure to collect the longest and most luscious stalks of kelp I could find. Here, the hunting grounds Master Inbon mentioned are in the deep recesses of the cave just over there. From what I gathered, the bloated Yumi's great age is what allows them to accumulate an incredible amount of magic, most of which is concentrated in their shells. We can only hope that, should one be here, it will be tempted out of hiding by the sweet smell of its favorite food. Okay. I think there's like a lot more of these guys in yeah, isn't like the fate in Thavnir like a whole bunch of these guys? I think it is. So, Master Inbon grew worried and kindly came to check on upon us. Did you have any luck in the cave? Here you go. Is this what I think it is? You did it, Zowo. You have procured the bloated Yumi shell. Perhaps the very last one in existence, even. No. So this is the shell rumored to be capable of curing any ailment. It looks nothing like regular Yumi. That you were able to find one so quickly makes me wonder if the bloated Yumami is not gone as we think. Mayhap they simply began burrowing deeper into the earth in response to our excessive hunting. I must make up for this grievous miscalculation. Please give me the shell. I shall make make the remedy you seek and deliver it to Suino Sato. It may take some time to prepare, but it should be well worth the wait. Thank you very much. Now Hisui might finally be saved from eternal slumber. Zowo, once again I am in your debt. Together let us return to Suino Sato, that we might share the story of your success with Shiosai. If I'm remembering correctly, they have like something later on where where you have to guess at which one is which. I don't know if I'm remembering that correctly or if that's just like I don't know. We'll see. Shiosai has been duly informed of all that happened. When I told him how you slayed the bloated Yuumi, his eyes went wide and his mouth dropped. I rarely do ever see him so surprised.
Then again, he has every right to be. Your efforts have allowed Master Inbon to set upon making a remedy that should, in theory, have been impossible to recreate. Which reminds me, I believe I owe you an apology. You were only to escort me to Tamamizu, but due to my own inability, you were forced to do so much more than that. Truly, I do not know what I would have done without you. In addition to saving my people, you have opened my eyes to the world. Through you, I have come to learn so much. When I finally return to Shisui no Sato, Shisui of the Violet Tide, and resume my role as the Ruby Princess, I shall look back fondly upon the memories we created together on this grand adventure. Until such a time that Hisui awakens, however, I shall remain here. I sorely hope that you shall too. Alright, last one. Zowo, Master Inbon, has yet to arrive with the elixir, but we must not allow ourselves to grow impatient. He will come to us as soon as he is ready. The longer we wait, however, the more I worry about Hisui. Shiosai assures me she is doing well, and that thanks to one of our own ancient remedies, her bones and muscles remain strong. Even so, I feel compelled to confirm this with my own eyes. Let's go to her. Yeah, I feel like I could be wrong about this, but I think that some of these quests were not available when I first came through. Because, yeah. I'm having her brought from her room. It should not be much longer. To be fair, though, I wasn't really as concerned with side quests. Like, unless it was specifically a green one that gave you the Aether Currents, I really wasn't that much that worried about most side quests when I first was playing through as Hollow Valley. Looking upon her, I'm reminded of the Ruby Princess from the fairy tale. What causes you to continue sleeping, my friend? Initially, I had feared that the void scent that possessed her had driven her soul from her body. Now I suspect Hisui's spirit has simply gone dormant. It is attempting to recuperate from the trauma it endured. Master Inbon's elixir will likely restore what vitality has been lost. Indeed, that is correct. Master Inbon, I have brought the elixir. In the olden days, we would sprinkle this over the eggs that refused to hatch. It would serve to strengthen the soul of the Kojin within. Sprinkle? You mean to say Hisui does not need to drink this remedy to recover? Drink it? There is no need for that. All we need to do is pour this over your friend. Here, I made plenty. They did that because of the fact that it was an easier thing to do than hand over and drink at the time. Hisui! Is there a difference in their eyes? I think there is a slight difference in their eyes. You are awake. Thank the Kami, you are finally awake. I'm sorry for everything. Princess, what are you talking about? I think she has green with the blue, while Kurenai has the blue with the blue. To think you had to travel so far to overcome so many obstacles to save me. I know not how to thank you. Nay, 'tis I who must thank you. Think nothing of it, Princess. As your lady-in-waiting, it is my duty above all else to ensure you are protected. I don't know. They have they look very similar, so they might be the same model. Period. Oh, Hisui, I am truly blessed to have you in my life. The girls, they are identical. I cannot for the life of me tell them apart. Indeed, there is a great resemblance. Mistress Kaduka, now that Lady Hisui is awakened, her grace must return to the palace and resume her duties there at once. Well, I will ask that you say your farewells to her here. I do hope that this is not the last you will see of each other. I have watched her grace blossom into an intelligent and capable young lady under your care. It has made me think of being sequestered in the castle is not the best way to raise our rulers. You have saved us in more ways than I can count, and taught us so much. Suino Sato is forever changed because of you. Thank you for everything. Oh my gosh, these freaking ads are insane. So it is here that our grand adventure together draws to a close. I, however, would like to enjoy your company just for just a bit longer. Please allow me to escort you to the gates. Yeah, the two princesses. So then the next one should be in Kugane. I don't know, maybe I did do... no, I couldn't have done that at this point. I shall forever cherish my memories of our travels together. Whenever I look back upon them, they will fill my heart with serene happiness. You came from afar and braved the depths of the sea, all so that you might rescue a sleeping princess. The story has a familiar ring to it, does it not? Indeed. And just as the tale of the fisherman, mayhap someone somewhere has recorded our story too. Sadly, this is where I must part ways with you. It is time for me to return to the palace. Farewell, Zowo. Farewell, Suino Sato, or rather, until next time. With me to take her Highness's place while she's away, I do not imagine it should be too hard for her to sneak out whenever she pleases. Even Shiosai has difficulty telling us apart. All we need to do is exchange clothes and no one will be any the wiser. To prove my point, here's a quick test for you. Look very closely and tell me, am I Kurenai or Hisui? You must be Hisui. I must admit, I am impressed to think that you could tell the two of us apart, despite the fact that Princess Kurenai and I swapped carbs earlier. Well done, just as you have guessed, I am Hisui. Oh, my apologies, I am terribly confused. Your Highness, I am the real Hisui. Oh, so it is as she says. I am correct, and even you should be confused. The two of us, however, is incredibly reassuring. Now, truly, this is where I must leave you. Life is long and winding journey. I am certain our paths will cross once again in the future. Until then, I ask you keep on smiling and maintain that wonderful disposition of yours. Fare thee well, my friend. Off they go. Bye-bye. All right. Before we head to Kugane to do that quest, right? It is where, or does this have to be like you have to do some other stuff? Yeah, just has to be done by a disciple of the land, or hand, either one. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do. I think that this should be the one that unlocks the Kojin. I think, but I'm not misremembering things. Where's that blasted boat? It should have been here by now. Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. My daughter is running late from Kugane, you see, and I thought to come and look for her. I can't imagine the Confederacy giving her any trouble. She's always been good at putting money aside for the Ruby Tithe. Oh gods, what if the Red Kojin caught sight of her? My dear sweet Shiohome. She's only meant to bring home a bit of old furnishings to give comfort to our village. I don't know what I'd do if anything should happen to her. I know, this is sudden, but you've got the look of a woman who can handle a bit of danger. Would you be willing to look for my daughter? She should be traveling close to the shore of Shakazuki. This quest drives me crazy. I don't know. I don't know. I think that the fact that you have to have gotten like a good way through Palace of the Dead before you can do any of the other ones is just like it drives me crazy. Because like let's be honest, sometimes you're not necessarily going to be able to do all of it, but I don't know. I should actually get through a bit more of the deep dungeon though. That is true. So honestly, Hollow should probably get through more of that as well. She needs to get through quite a bit, actually. I think I might restart it, though, on Hollow because she's kind of been struggling. So, I don't know. We'll see. And I think that they might have boosted the odds of getting certain things, so we'll see. Huh, please stay away. Not another step. A fisherman from Asari. By any chance did he send you in search of his daughter? If so, I suppose it's me you're searching for. My name is Shigahumi. My ship was attacked by the Red Kojin, but I was saved by this warrior of the blue. Would that we could have saved the cargo on board. Saved the cargo, very well. Wait, your kindness is greatly appreciated, but you cannot mean to go against the Red Kojin not alone. Please, miss, you have to go after him. He was gravely injured in my rescue. It would be suicide for him to face them in his condition. How could I fall for such an obvious trap? Thank you, brave warrior. Oh, thank goodness you're both all right.
Why have you come, woman?
I'm sorry. You both were gone for so long I began to worry and...
Do not misunderstand, I am not angry. I meant only to say this place is dangerous. The red are gone now, and your cargo is safe. Everything is there, yes?
One, two... Yes, this seems to be all right, all of it. The others will be so happy when they see these goods. Thank you so much.
Then my work here is finished.
Wait, please, would you at least tell me the name of the gallant Kojin who rescued me?
My name? I am Kabuto of the Blue. You brave warrior, what is the name of the woman who rescued me?
I'm Zowo Kaduka.
Zowo, I shall remember it.
I haven't much, but please, let me repay both of you for your kindness.
Zowo saved my life for another. To repay my debt of gratitude would be a stain on my honor.
I see. Then at the very least, let me give you something. Most of these goods are worn or broken, but if anything is to your liking, by all means.
Broken?
Repairing them is part of my training as a craftsman. Thankfully, the merchants of Kugane are willing to part with such wares for relatively little. Still, I hope there is something here that pleases you.
What is this?
Ah, that is a karakuri puppet. Would that I knew who made it or how. Fixing it was quite the challenge. Still, the children back home will love.
I would have this karakuri.
Oh, that is a fine choice. Yes, a fine choice indeed. Far be it from me to deny the Kojin who saved me his reward.
Zowo, meet me at the entrance to Tamizu. There I will present you with a token of my thanks.
Poor thing. A peculiar one, isn't he? Certainly not the best with words, but his heart is pure and sword true. Thank you again for your help. Delivering these home should be easy enough on my own. Take care and safe travels. Look at all the people doing this. I'm surprised. I'm actually really surprised. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. Starting soon. I'm not certain. We don't know exactly when. But once the Switch players start coming in, it's going to be insane. I imagine there's going to be a massive influx of people going through the story.
You have come? Good.
There you are. You disobeyed me and go and search for treasures again, didn't you?
What is this? Ah, Zowo, welcome, surprise. I hope Kabuto has not given you too much trouble.
It's fine.
She saved my life, and so I wish to present her a token of my gratitude. I did not realize you were acquainted. Perhaps I should take my leave. No. Wait, Kabuto, where are you going? What of your gift for Zowo? So you did not come to speak with her? I was not even aware she was here. I came here searching for you. How many times must I tell you to go searching for not to go searching for treasure on your own? The Red are running amok in the Ruby Sea. You know this. Yes, I went alone, and yes, I was saved by Zowo, but I believe it was fate. It brought us together and rewarded me with this karakuri puppet. I will not deny you are a gifted fighter, but it would be foolish to mistake today's happenstance for good fortune. though I suppose you have done worse in more favorable situations. Before we continue, I wish to add today's find to the treasure vault. You seem puzzled, Zowo. Ah, you must think he means to travel to the Isle of Zeki. Allow me to explain. As you are well aware, the Isle of Zeki has been home to most prized relics of both the red and the blue since time immemorial. Though the red guard it fiercely, they can no longer subsist on the plunder of Imperials. Now they demand that we join in their work as mercenaries and raiders. Naturally we refuse, and so they deny us entry to the vault. Rather than take up arms against our brothers, we have taken it upon ourselves to create a new treasure vault here in Tamizu. And to that end, we have devoted a great deal of efforts to searching far and wide for treasures with which to fill our vaults. It's certain individuals would learn not to wander off on their own. I could take comfort in knowing said efforts are not wasted. The others would only slow me down. You have to forgive Kabuto. He is as stubborn as his shell is thick, but you are not here to listen to our quarrels. Come, let us make our way to the treasure vault.
And now it unlocks. There we go.
Ay.
I think it's funny that they call this a treasure vault, but it's really open.
It's so open, it's insane. Kabuto, you have returned. What wondrous treasure have you brought us today? You can't possibly expect to fill the vault on your own. Such a task is much too great, even for you. Let us help, brother. No, I work alone. Oh my, you never mentioned the puppet was Kojin. Such detail, such craftsmanship. The kami will surely be pleased with a treasure so fine.
Unfortunately, we are probably not going to be doing too much when it comes to the Kojin for a little while, because I still need to get the early ones.
Kabuto of the Blue! What? Makara? Was that you?
No one walks alone, Kabuto. To turn your back on your brothers and sisters would be folly of the greatest order.
Hazuka... Gami, oh great divine spirit, we are humbled by your presence.
Raise your heads and be proud. You have done well to gather such a glorious bounty. By the task before you is too great for a single Kojin. Kabuto, you must lead your brothers and sisters. Lead them to ever greater treasures and prosperity.
You have been chosen, brother. I am honored, truly I am. I swear to honor our vault with overflow. I swear on my honor that our vault will overflow with riches, but I need no help to...
Silence! You will form a company of treasure seekers, starting with her. Yes, you with the short legs.
Please to find one. There is no need to burden her with...
Such insolence. You call yourself a warrior, but you are powerless, your prowess pales before the might of Zowo. Was it not you who said it was fate that brought you together?
Yes, but how do you...
You must accept that to which fate has bound you, Kabuto, and do so with all your heart.
I do not remember this, actually. To be fair, I think this was like one of the first beast tribes I did. Henceforth, you and yours will be known as the Divine Circle. Who else shall join you in this endeavor? Well, there's Zukin, Makara, Shikitai, Tahi. I mean, that is, if it isn't an inconvenience. Where is your backbone, Kabuto? Your duty placed upon you is both sudden and daunting. So your uncertainty shall be forgiven, but only this once. Furthermore, until you prove your resolve, unbending in mind, focus, Sukumo, will oversee your operations personally. And with that, our team is assembled. Let us set forth and seek out the untold riches of the realm, that even the Red Kojin will burn with envy. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Well, there we go. And with that, it's unlocked. It shouldn't take me too long to actually complete this. I think that the Stormblood ones are significantly easier than the... like, Stormblood is where they really started to get easier. And then, Heaven's Ward still has, like, a little bit of challenge because of the extra stuff. But, yeah. Society quests unlocked. There we go. There we go. The Kojin is divine. 1. We're not doing that now. Instead, we're going to Kugane. Is it this one? Yes, that one. Who do we want to do this as? If we do this as Weaver, we can go ahead and unlock... Yeah, let's do this as Weaver, I think. I think that... Begging your pardons, madam, but are you an adventurer, or... You are an adventurer, are you not? I approach you on the off chance that you are acquainted with one of our distinguished fellows, a great hero by the name of Zowo Kaduka. That would be me. What? You are none other than the legendary Zowo Kaduka, liberator of nations and scourge of the Empire? How kind the kami are to guide your steps this way. I have been tasked with finding you, you see, by the lady-in-waiting of Suino Sato. My blue brethren and I are assisting the good folk there in a certain endeavor. But they have been experiencing some difficulties. In seeking to address said difficulties, the lady-in-waiting wishes to entreat your aid. If you should be willing, I ask that you come to Tamamizu, where she is, where the lady waits. Uh-huh. The lady-in-waiting. The lady-in-waiting. Big air quotes there. And this will unlock the quest. Zowo, you came. Deep in my heart, I knew that you would, but I'm no less glad for it. To spare you the confusion, it is I, Kurenai. As you will doubtless appreciate, it would not do for the Ruby Princess to be seen outside the palace, hence my current guise. What brings you to Tamamizu?
There is something that I wish to achieve, for which the Kojin home is an ideal venue. As you well know, our people have long lived in isolation. I would change that. I would have us emerge into the outside world. How did I conceive of this, you may wonder? 'Twas none other than our journey together, Zowo, that sowed the seeds in my heart. Such things as I beheld and experienced, even as they filled me with awe. They made me keenly aware of our own wants. In the past, Suino Sato engaged in limited trade with Doma, but that delicate tie was severed with the Empire's violent arrival. Nowadays, a handful of necessities from Tamamizu is our sole link to the world beyond. But with the Imperial menace driven from the Ruby Sea, I thought, what better time to venture out of our little bubble once more? However, 'tis far easier said than done. Princess or no, you can't just go and change things as you please. There are hard-headed types who will fight tooth and nail to keep things as they are, and you've got to win them over with a little help from this adventurer here. That's about the short of it, aye? Have to say, it's nice to see an Eorzean face here at the bottom of the brine. Well met, adventurer. I am Sana of the House of Splendors. No! I don't want to deal with her! Permit me to introduce Sana, Zanana. She came to be with us after her ship foundered in a storm. Our people chanced to find her clinging to flotsam and brought her to Suino Sato. I'd be fish fodder if they didn't appear when they did, and so to repay the debt, I'm helping Kurenai with her goal of opening Suino Sato in the world to the world. Sanana's insights have been most enlightening. In seeking to usher in change, she recommended that we distribute among the citizens some articles from the surface, as they will find useful in their daily lives. I had thought to make my case only with words, but indeed a practical item in the hands shall prove far more convincing than any argument I could concoct. If our people are made to know the benefits of trading firsthand, they shall be more willing to embrace change. With no rituals of import requiring the Ruby Princess's presence in the near future, I came to Tamamizu some while ago to commence our efforts. Alas, I regret to say that I have yet to make any progress. Owing to that shipwreck, I have got no suitable wares on hand, and while the Kojin have been helpful, we're struggling to produce the kind of items needed in Suino Sato. And that was when my thoughts turned to you, my friend. As a well-traveled adventurer, I believe that we would benefit from your aid. And to my surprise and delight, not only was Sananana familiar with your name, she told me that you possess skill that would indeed serve our cause. Aye, anyone that's got anything to do with the house knows Zowo. She's one of the best contributors on our roster. Now, while we don't have ready wares, we did manage to salvage some materials to help you along. Naturally, we don't expect you to work for nothing in the house fashion. There'll be scripts in it for you for your troubles, so you will help, right? Look, I realize the house has a reputation, but we're not all ruthless, coin-hungry sorts. Not all of the time, anyway. At the end of the day, we're just people. Like most people, we can be driven by altruism. And make no mistake, Suino Sato needs help. Might be as the place prides itself on self-sufficiency, but the reality is grimmer than it seems. Every day there are folks there are pushed to the limits of survival, and some of them, them don't make it. It's not our intent to turn Suino Sato on its head, transform it into some bustling hub like Kagane. But through trade, lives can be improved. Lives can be saved. Sure. You have our eternal gratitude. With the two of you standing with us, there is hope yet for our people. And there we go. Well then, if it's decided, let's all get to work. Haste is of the essence, isn't that right? Indeed, this season sees many of struck down by certain illness. We have not effective treatment, and each year it inevitably claims lives. While I'm no healer, judging by the symptoms, lack of nutrition is the problem. In which case, I might know something that can prevent it. A fortifying tonic traditionally brewed in Girabanya. Zowo, we would be grateful if you could begin by supplying us with this Girabanyan remedy. The people are depending on you. Yay. Kurenai unlocked. So one of the big differences in what we're doing this time when it comes to the custom deliveries specifically is that we're going to be doing a lot of these things as compared to like what Holobali's doing. I think what we're gonna start from like the lowest and work our way up when it comes to the achievements and stuff. Let me see here. So it's Girabanyan remedies, which is done with 2 of those components. Wait, I didn't realize that this was also a thing where you had to craft the frickin'. Ugh. Unfortunately, yeah. Until we get to 80, we really can't, yeah. Where is it? What is it? It's the... raw medicinal materials. So we need 6 of those. You suck. I don't know. It's really not that big of a deal. It's just like until we get to 80, it's not easy. They like to make these things complicated. Clothgraph. There we go. Oh, right. I have that now. All right. When did I get that? 69? Oh, okay, that makes sense. Jeez Louise, I'm surprised I'm getting so many precise touches available. probably shouldn't have done that, but that's fine. Alright, there we go. And then we do the actual thing. Oh, wait. Clothcraft. There we go. So I think what we'll do is we'll probably turn this in briefly. Well, I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, that's the better option, I think. And that's not until 72. Okay. Okay, so yeah, if we do that as with careful synthesis, I think that will probably be the best option. But that's fine. The thing is, like, one of these will probably put me over, right? No? Okay. Really? I am surprised that this did not push me over immediately. So that finishes that first step. But then this does give me a little bit of experience. So we should be level 70 now. Which I don't really want to get more than 70 for anything. But getting up to 70 does mean that we can do more content. And obviously, I'm probably going to do a lot of this content off stream rather than doing it on stream. I want to make sure that we get at least, though, the level 70 gear, the standard gear. We do still need, like, a few, like, level 50 stuff. We still need, we'll need to get the 60 stuff, or not the 60 stuff, the 70 stuff. But it's not going to be too long. But yeah, I want to get the level 70 maxed out gear so we can we can start getting rid of some stuff. Oh, it doesn't give me any experience. I thought that did. Well, if we craft it. I think probably one more one more batch of crafting should do it. And honestly, doing this as, Alright, harpoon components. Okay. Which uses raw harpoon materials. And it's just one, so nice. Let me see here. Oh, wait, no. Wait. How many do we need? Okay, we need 6 of these.
as well. There we go. All right. I think just crafting these should get us to... Oh, wrong one. Cloth craft. Here we go. I should just use careful synthesis. There it is. Yeah. I knew that it was going to be there. Let's go ahead and grab script exchange, crafter scripts, gear. Grab the level. Okay. So it's the. Do we want the Hand Kings? Let's actually just start off by getting the standard gear. And one of the rings. There we go. We'll take care of the rest in a sec. But equip. Okay, so that should already boost it. So, yeah, so what we'll do for this is that I'll craft it all as, yeah, I'll craft it as this class, and then I think I'll turn it in as a different one. Because that'll, right now that's the only option we have. But also, I think as we get better gear, it's going to be significantly easier to craft this stuff. Case in point. Seriously, case in point. I think we can turn this in as the lower classes. Not like super low. I think that it's like 60 is the lowest that we can turn this in as. Okay. There's that. Anti-shark harpoon. Clothcraft. High quality. There we go. Technically, I don't even need to do more than just reflect then. Because, yeah. Yeah, I think for this part, we should do careful synthesis just for safety. But yeah. The nice thing about these is, like, you never need to worry about more than what it is. No more than green, but I like to be cautious. I guess is the right word to use for that, but all right, here is your shark harpoons.
Oh, I'm turning it in on the wrong one. Whoops. Okay, no, you can't turn them in anyways. So we do need to, we should probably get someone up to 62. That will not take long. Yeah. You know what? Yeah, we'll skip this cutscene because this is going to be seen like a ton. Okay. So, then we talk to you again. Scrib exchange. Crafter scripts gear. Level 70. Okay. So, let's go ahead and get the rest of the standard stuff. Yeah, I kind of had a feeling that that was going to be the case. But we have enough now to... we now have the best gear for level 70 crafters. Except for... like, I'll need to go back and get the tools. But... yeah. But that will allow me to do certain things. And also, we can do that. But I'll do that off stream because I don't really care about that. Instead, we are going to go ahead and take care of our monk quest. And then once that is done, we'll figure things out. I don't think that Samurai doesn't need more. It doesn't have any more quests, right? No, didn't think so. Monk, hello. Are you ready to depart, sister? You bet. Good. The professor has already left. He makes for the village Algana, called Algana. There we will take the measure of the land. I would strike out soon as well, but one matter troubles me. Still, the creed of the new Fist of Rhalgr. With all due respect, Master, but at this rate, we'll never get to Garabanya. You're right. Sometimes the answer cannot be forced. Mayhap it will come to me on the road. Very well, let us away. En route, I would make a stop. The place called Schism. Monks once traveled there. In revisiting the past, we may better walk the future. Okay. Unfortunately, we don't have flight yet, so this is going to be a little bit slower. But, yeah. So, yeah. So, here's basically the plan when it comes to the crafters and gatherers. I'm probably going to be mostly focusing on gatherers when it comes to doing the custom deliveries, at least for right now. Primarily because of the fact that the gatherers don't really have options. Well, they have options, but it's basically like, do I do the Namazu questline or do I struggle? Or do I do the custom deliveries? Custom deliveries will always give you more experience, because they kind of have to. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Ba-bum, ba-da-bum, bum, 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 ba-da-bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. But yeah, I do think that the crafters and gatherers will probably be level 100 before we finish. Probably before we even get into Dawn Trail, honestly. It won't, or at least one or two might. So yeah. As a child, I came to this place. We faced fearsome fiends.
that we might open our chakra. In returning here, I hoped there would be a spark, inspiration for a new creed, but it is not so simple. Okay. The Fist once taught that through the pursuit of strength, one can approach sublimity of Ralgar. A teaching our forebears followed to their undoing in pursuit of strength. They sought the power to rule, and by that power they were destroyed. Our creed must rise above the dark past, or cannot light the way unto the future. Nay, we must find a new path. Well, there's something like a journey for finding paths. Let's keep moving, Master. Something will come to mind before you know it. So I pray. So I pray. But yes, let us continue on to the peaks, east to the village of Algana. There Professor Eric waits us. I don't think that Monago has unlocked yet. I think she's like way later. The also a nice thing. So the two that are in the two custom deliveries that are actually in whatchamadoodle in Ishgard are actually already unlocked now, or they will be now that now that I have level 70 class. Algana, when I return here, I remember the days the Temple of Fist was raised. On that day, I was training, like all the days before. Then, without warning, we were attacked. We, all of us, fought bravely, even the little ones like me, desperate to protect our temple, our home. It was all in vain. One day, the others, we fell. All in the while the temple burned. Some few of us managed to flee, me with my closest brother, Audrey. We stumbled into this village, smoke billowing behind us, but when I looked around, Audrey was not there. I never saw him again. Forgive me, now is not the time for sorrowful recollection. Come, let us look for the professor. Go on, then. Join the bloody resistance. Add to the pile of corpses. That's the only difference you're gonna make. You're wrong. I'm gonna make a real difference. I'm gonna train hard and honor Ralgar, and he'll grant me power. The power couldn't save the temple, our home. What makes you think it's going to save us now? Don't be a fool. No matter how strong you become, you'd still be one man against the might of the Empire. Say what you will, but my mind's made up. I'm not letting the bastard Imperials take any more of us. You just take care of yourself. You hear? Souls crushed to submission, the fire in their hearts extinguished. To rekindle hope within such people, that must be the purpose of the new fist. Praise be, I have it, our new creed. To those who have had their homes stolen, their loved ones taken, naught is more desirous than strength. The strength to protect that which they hold dear. Well, well, I see you have found your answer, and rather more quickly than I had expected someone who sooner strike rather than think with his head. With the Order's purpose thus established, we may consider the question of place. I regret to say, however, that the old temple grounds are currently occupied by the Resistance, and there is naught to indicate that they will vacate anytime soon. The grounds hold symbolic meaning, a fighting stage for reviving the Fist, but ultimately the physical location matters not. For our mission lies in the spiritual realm, within the people's hearts. There we will rekindle the faith, and all may know the solace of worship. That, as they say, is the spirit. Now then, I shall report on how matters stand in the region. But few Fist faithful remain, even accounting for those who practice in secret. Nor has there been any trace of the sect of Shadow, not since their misguided leader's downfall. Save for those who came over to the light, it is safe to assume that his ambition died with him. We have a long road ahead. That much is plain, but we will see our journey through, one step at a time, and the first step begins here and now. Great, so what do we do exactly? We hold a demonstration. Give the people tangible proof that the Fist has returned. Zowo, first impressions last, and you are the first among us. As such, I would entrust this task to you. You got it. You may leave it to me this round to round up the villagers. I shall cry up a veritable storm for the coming spectacle. Dietsha. Ochika. Take the wooden dummy. Set it up on the village outskirts, and Zoe will limber up it and tell me when you're ready. Alright. Let's do this. Not many came, far fewer than I'd hoped, but no less of a show we will give them for it. Come, sister, your performance will mark the revival of the Fist of Ralgar. Lead in with the twin snakes. Follow on the dragon kick. Then it should then finish it with demolish. So twin snakes, dragon kick, finish it with demolish. Hey, ain't that the Fist of Ralgar? But I thought all the monks were gone. Good people of Algana, I am Wyrdegilt, proud son of Alamigo and brother of the Fist of Ralgar. All know the sad tale of our order. Years ago, the King of Ruin laid our temple to waste. Our faith was lost to the people. But without faith, it's people who are lost. For to lose faith is to lose hope. But we need hope now in this broken age more than ever before. So I come before you today, and I beseech you, join me in reviving the Fist of Ralgar. Let us restore hope to the land. You can't fool us, you just want soldiers. Fodder for the front lines. You're no different from the accursed masks. So it was in the past. Our order was seduced by power. Sore allegiances to the royal family. We monks were little more than tools of war. But that it was the Fist of old. The new Fist serves no king. It hungers not for glory. It thirsts not for blood. Nay, friends, it seeks only to protect that which we hold dear. Protect? Ralgar is the destroyer, and his disciples, they were the but one thing we ought to destroy. Our own weakness. Therein lies the strength to protect. Therein lies hope. I will not lie. I am no great warrior. My forebears would put me to shame, but I am not alone. Nay, I have stout comrades beside me. There are who are no less dedicated to the cause. My foremost pupils, Densha and Ochaka, and Zowo, whose sublime skills you just witnessed. Zowo, please say a word to the people. Join us, let us begin anew.
To bring you hope, we will give you all, every ounce of our being. This we solemnly swear. Yay! Alright, let's turn this in. So that, my thanks, Zowo. Your performance paved the way for my words. All present lent their ears. No few opened their hearts. Already villagers have come, seeking to learn of the new fist. Our forebears will doubtless be pleased. By restoring the fist, we honor their memory. I shall commence the villagers' training at once. Initiate them to the fundamentals of the faith. When all that is over, we may continue our mission. Till then, pray, see to owning your own skills. Ere long, they will be called upon again. So, with that, I'm just going to head over here. So we're not going to actually continue any longer. We are going to be finishing up here. But, so long as things go to plan, everything should still be in order for the rest of the schedule. There might be some things that will change. I'm not going to say that everything's going to stay the exact same as previously scheduled, because we're kind of I'm looking at some things to figure out some things. But yes, next time we do a Zowo's Journey, we will be continuing on with the main story as Samurai, continuing on with this. And continuing on our adventure throughout Yansha. We'll see exactly how much we do. But yeah, I'm hopeful that we'll be able to get through Stormblood relatively quickly. We'll see what happens, though. Some things might be moved around over the next few weeks, though, so just a quick little heads up there. Hopefully things aren't too changed, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. In terms of, tomorrow should be Final Fantasy VIII. We're going to try and do some of that, so that'll be fun. Hopefully you guys will enjoy that. We'll see what I think. If I'm not too fond of Final Fantasy VIII, then it might be the only stream of it, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I haven't played Final Fantasy VIII before, so this is not really a Throwback Thursday, but it is. We're going to call it that. But anyways, guys, hopefully you've enjoyed today's live stream and are looking forward to the next one. And I shall see you guys next time. Let's see where Twitch is going, though. Twitch. All right. Let's see here. Who we want to go. Looks like no one is actually active right now, which isn't too surprising. A lot of people don't really start until like 10 or later. So unfortunately, we are going to just have to say, unfortunately, no. We're not going to send you guys anywhere because, yeah, I don't know who any of these people are. But yeah, that's fine. Okay. So yeah, no raid today, but hopefully you guys will have enjoyed today's stream and are looking forward to the next one. I don't think there's anything else that needs to be covered. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. But on.